Battery 10%. Battery 10%.
One. How's it going, folks? Dustin and TJ here with Daily Grind Fantasy. If you guys didn't know, TJ has taken up a new profession as a DJ since he can no longer have his headset on 2 ears at the same time due to his tampon-like object into his ear that he's been struggling with for about a month now. So TJ might be a little more relaxed and calm today. Maybe not talking as much because he is in pain and uncomfortable. Other than that, TJ, how you doing, pal?
I'm great, Dustin. Thank you so much. What an intro, first and foremost. Can we get some claps in the chat for Dustin? Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Every time I talk, I can feel this thing in my ear moving. Yes, I do have, it's called an earwick. It's essentially a tampon that is in my ear right now, and it's acting like a sponge. So it's just completely enlarged in my ear. It hurts. It hurts. But 39 of you already in here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you guys could please go ahead, hit that like button. We would greatly appreciate it. Obviously, we have Taco Tuesday over on PrizePicks, so we're going to jump into it, try to build out a slip. I am a real life hero. Guys, I have this in here until Friday. When I tell you every time I talk, I can hear it, I feel it. I can. It's the weirdest feeling that I've had. I don't really know how to describe it other than I legitimately have a small tampon in my ear. So that's where we're at.
Did anybody tweet at you yesterday, TJ, to get better?
Yeah, one person did. Yesterday was brutal because he really mashed it in there to get to the bottom of the ear canal. So I barely slept last night because it just kept waking me up. But yeah, I got home, I popped on my laptop and saw you streaming, and I had it up, and I looked away for a couple minutes and came back and saw everybody saying, get better, TJ. And I was like, oh, you probably told everybody.
Yeah, I told everybody to tweet at you.
Mr. Dad said 2 tampons at one time is good. All right, with that being said,
let's start building. Yeah, let's start building. Of course, guys, Taco Tuesday, like you mentioned. So we're gonna build out a taco slip. We can definitely get at least one off. Hopefully, maybe as we're going through some of these other apps, we can get more plays to pop up on PrizePicks and build out maybe another taco slip for anybody that maybe missed the first one. Nonetheless, 2 really, really good plays at the top here, TJ. I know some people, and I know even us, sometimes are like, man, have to wait for your Taco Tuesday slip to cash on Saturday. So you want to go ahead and add these, or we'll come back to that for maybe the second slip if we need to. If you want, let's do that.
I mean, value's value, right? I'm totally fine with building out a couple slips here using this first taco being Sonny Gray over 3.5 strikeouts, discounted from 5 down to 3.5. We could build out an all UFC slip here with those top 4 plays, add in Sonny Gray, and then we can also build out a second slip. We can split up our taco, limit. Obviously, some people are limited to less than others, but more often than not, you do have a $25 limit on these tacos. So we can divvy it up, Dustin. I already entered some UFC plays. I have a couple slips that are actually 2 for 2 or 2 for 3 with just UFC pending. So I'm excited about that. So yeah, I think we build out one with these UFC plays, and then we go from there.
Right, yeah, because I was definitely wanting to get in these 2, at least these top 2 that are really, really good, plus 120 to go over 2.5. Obviously favored slightly to go under 2.5 rounds or 12.5 minutes. But you're getting a half a round discount here on PrizePicks, taking the over of 2. And I mean, plus 120, that's not too bad there. From what we've been seeing with these UFC plays, like we thought this, plus 145 on bet and line for this Jamie Pickett, Josh Freeman play was good. These 2 are better. So 59%, can't go wrong with that. We'll add in, I think you have to look up Tom Noland for the first one to take the over of 10 fight time. And then for the second one there, you're going to be looking up Victor Diaz over 10 minutes fight time as well. And
Yep,
TJ says he wants to go ahead, add in all of these UFC plays. So then, let me see, I believe is it always the first person or no?
No, it's not.
No,
I think it kind of just, something we should probably look into, honestly.
So Josh Freeman on the under of 2 total rounds, and then we need one more. Roundtree. Is that right? And then Roundtree here, Khalil Roundtree. We're going to be taking the over of 1. So over of 5 fight time minutes. So that's going to be the under for Josh Freeman, over for Khalil Roundtree. And then that's going to round out the 5-pick flex for Taco Tuesday. All MMA. Honestly, it gives me something to look forward to, TJ. looking into the weekend and the fights. So I'm excited about that. If you guys don't want to wait till Saturday to play your Taco Tuesday slip, no harm, no foul. But like TJ did mention, this value does not last. We seen last week when we had these UFC plays up, TJ, some of them got bumped, of course, in our favor, in the direction that we are looking for them to move. They moved. So we got great value on them. We had some that hit. We missed a few. Nonetheless, it was a fun sweat. I had a play that was waiting on for 10x, actually. Ended up missing, doubled up on that slip. But honestly, a lot of fun to sweat these out. But yeah, if you don't want to play that, we're going to build out a second slip here using some MLB and WNBA plays for today. So make sure you guys are going to get this one in. If you don't get that one in, it's going to be a plus EV slip nonetheless. Still, remember, we're looking for 54.34% odds to hit, or fair odds percentage on your individual legs for these 5-flex PrizePicks slips we're building out. And especially with the discount for the taco, that percentage, I know we don't have it up here on the optimizer at the moment, but it's a very high percentage odds to hit, so it definitely skews these slips, so you can take some of these 54 percenters and still be plus EV. So
for sure.
So let's go ahead. Do we want to lead it off with Max Scherzer there?
Yeah,
the under 42.5 pitcher fantasy score. I believe when I last looked, it was off by, compared to Caesars and DraftKings. Let me actually just go ahead and click it. By about 2.5 fantasy score. Yeah, so 2.6 difference right now. So if these two books were to have a fantasy score market, they would be projecting this closer to around 40 fantasy score when PrizePicks has it at 42.5. That's taking the even lines for all the statistics making up pitcher fantasy score here on PrizePicks. So PrizePicks is a little too aggressive in that line, so we're going to be hitting the under there.
Yeah, so DGF, for anybody that is under a rock, obviously if you guys are tuning into these YouTube streams, you know that we've had hitter fantasy scores, but not pitcher fantasy scores, which is something that we recently added. Obviously, we've streamlined fantasy scores across major DFS sites by using their custom fantasy score multipliers and deriving them from the sportsbook line. So that's how we come up with these pitcher projections here on the optimizer. Matt has a video that he does a really good job of breaking it down, the actual math behind all the fantasy scores that we have on the optimizer. So if anybody's interested in that, I can go ahead and leave it in the comments section so you guys that are taking these fantasy scores actually know where we're getting these numbers from. So I'll go ahead and link that right now so that you guys can go ahead and give that a watch if you'd like.
Thank you,
And now I clicked on it, and Matt is screaming in my ear somewhere, and I have no idea where it's coming from.
Somehow, he must have been really screaming because I could hear that through your mic. So it was picking up through. Oh, it's because your thing's not on. That's why it's so clear.
I figured out where it was. That was so loud, and now I'm deaf in my good ear. Okay.
Tough.
But yeah, obviously, like you mentioned, that Scherzer play really, really good. A little too aggressive here on the PrizePicks side. Compared to both DraftKings and Caesars. So we're getting a good discount on that under 42.5.
Yep. And then, we could basically go right on down, TJ, if you're up for it. Right on down with these MLB and WNBA plays. It's typically what we're doing. So not only do we have Sonny Gray over 3.5, now we have Max Scherzer. And then next up, we are going to be taking a Yerfie, it looks like, TJ. Not too often are we seeing these pop up on the optimizer, but we have one now, and we're going to play it. So first inning runs allowed, that is in the Cubs and New York Mets game. Looks like minus 136 average odds across. It seems Pinnacle is the lowest, but you got, 3 other sports books, minus 140 plus, couple minus 130 plus. Still, a solid play at 54.49% to go over, so we'll take that in this as well. That's a year fee, so that's over 0.5 first inning runs, guys. Carlos Carrasco and James Centalion is what the square will say whenever you look it up. So lock that in. Next up, we got a direct comparison here. Asia Wilson on PrizePicks at 9.5 rebounds. 2 other books being Underdog and ParlayPlay have this set to 10. So you're getting the 0.5 discrepancy or discount here on PrizePicks. So you could play the over of 9.5 in WNBA for Asia Wilson on rebounds. Adding this to our slip here. So we'll be taking the over. And we need one more. Let's see.
How do you say his last name? Is it
UC
Kikuchi?
Kaikuchi.
Okay. What it is. Thought so.
Kaikuchi, I believe. Yes. So we'll be taking the over of 5 hits allowed.
Now, Dustin, I got a question for you.
Go ahead, hit me.
Now, it looks like Kikuchi is set to 5 on PrizePicks, and all the sports books we're comparing him to are set to 4.5. So why are we playing him on PrizePicks?
Well, TJ, if you look a little bit to the right of your screen where it actually shows the odds under those sports books. You see that? There's some heavy juice. Minus 199, minus 182, minus 200. So very heavy juice on the over of 4.5. So when we take that juice into account, even with this number of 5, still a very good odds to hit. I mean, you get also that push potential. So they're saying very good shot. He goes over this 4.5. So nonetheless, 5 lands on 5. You don't lose. You push and you live to see another day. And with this much juice, still really good potential to go over that 5 number. So I like that. That would round out the 5-pick flex, unless you're feeling frisky, Tej, and want to.
I mean,
I know you like to dabble in this.
I'm always kind of feeling a little froggy. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Let's ask stream what they want to do. Do we want to add a 6th leg? Do we feel in JP Sears over 17 pitching outs? Again, like Dustin just explained, we are getting the worst number on PrizePicks compared to the books, but there's heavy juice on this over. So 54.1% chance for JP Sears to go over 17. Dustin, you know what? I already entered in my slip with just the 5, so I think we leave it at that.
I was going to make the argument to not do that, actually, just because it was another push prop. So I was going to go ahead and just say, let's go ahead and keep it this. So that's Sonny Gray over 3.5 strikeouts. Max Scherzer under 42.5 pitcher fantasy score. Carlos Carrasco, Jameson Taillon over 0.5 first run innings allowed. Asia Wilson over 9.5 rebounds. UC Kaikuchi over 5 hits allowed. Now, if you already used your taco and you want to still enter this slip, actually, TJ, is that going to be plus CV? I wasn't paying attention that hard because I knew we had the taco.
Is what?
It would still be plus CV.
Oh,
yeah. So it would still be plus CV because it'd be over that 54.34% average
so
that we need.
That taco alone with that 1.5 strikeout discount is probably around 68-70% fair odds to hit. So
I'm saying without it. I'm saying without it. If somebody, and it is, it would be if you entered those in. If you just put JP Sears and took out the taco.
Can't hear you. I got
yeah. Hey, it's all good. I know you're at a disadvantage today. It's all good. So even if you didn't put the taco in and you added Sears instead, still plus EV slip. Nonetheless, now we have 76 people in here, 25 likes. If you guys are in here, logged into an account. If you're not logged into an account, log into account, then hit the like button. But just hit the like button. We appreciate it. It really does help us out. It helps us push the stream to more of a wider audience and get more people in here learning plus EV and how we do things here at DGF. So we do appreciate it whenever you guys smash the like button. I say I'm going to refresh real quick, make sure we're not missing anything. We locked in the MMA. We locked in a bunch of these MLB and WNBA on PrizePicks. Let's go ahead, maybe just kind of go down the line a little bit, TJ, see what we got popping on Underdog.
It's my favorite game to play.
I don't even know what game we're playing.
We're going on down the line, baby.
Oh, hopping down the line, baby. Okay. All right. Hop along, TJ. There he is. All right.
What do we have? We got anything good? Oh, Ronald Acuna unders. That's going to upset a lot of people.
Not only Ronald Acuna, Shohei Ohtani on the under there as well.
I already took Shohei Ohtani under 10.5 fantasy score, Dustin. So do I rule or do I rule? Because obviously he got bumped down to 9.5, so grab some value. His under 9.5 still looks really good when comparing all of his near even lines to DraftKings, which would currently have this around minus 124 odds to go under that 9.5 fantasy score on Underdog. So if you missed the 10.5, you can still definitely play this 9.5. Dustin, do we want to build out a 3-man uninsured slip over here on UD?
Absolutely, TJ.
Dustin, let me ask you another question.
Yes, sir.
So we skipped past PrizePicks. We built out two slips using the taco. We're going over to Underdog. and we always talk about not playing 3-man slips on PrizePicks. Why are we okay doing it on Underdog?
Well, you see, guys, PrizePicks, if you go 3 of 3, that's 5x. Here on Underdog, it's a 6x payout. So it really changes things as far as for the best bang for your buck. You should never enter in a 3-man slip on PrizePicks when you can enter it over here on Underdog. And obviously, sometimes it changes our odds percent to hit, our fair odds percentage due to these set payouts and such. But we can get these in here. We're gonna take the top 3 plays, play them in a 3-man on Underdog like you should be. 3-mans and 5-pick 3-man non-insured. I guess I should mention TJ, and then 5-pick insured plays on Underdog are going to be your best slip types to play. And PrizePicks, just to cover that base, TJ, 5-man and 6-man flexes are really what you're going to want to play over there at all times. Best bang for your buck. Mathematically, the best slip types to be profitable over the long term on PrizePicks. Let's go ahead and build out this slip. Now, I know you've already played some of these, CJ, and I have as well for Ronald Acuna as such.
I did not take Acuna, so I'm definitely gonna add that.
Okay, so sweet. And this Acuna, this under 2 total bases, is a really, really fine play. It worries me. No, never mind. I lied. So we have 3 books with it. Okay, so solid evidence here. I know we're not having any of these big dogs like Pinnacle or FanDuel or DraftKings. Doesn't matter. We have multiple data points to go ahead and compare, being BetOnline, Bovada, Bet365. They have this line set to 1.5. We get it at 2 on Underdog. So we're going to take the under for Ronald Acuna there at 2. We can't play Ronald Acuna again in the same slip. So we'll go ahead, hop on down to Shohei Ohtani. If you haven't played this at 10.5 already, is that where it started, TJ? Do you remember? Or do you know?
What was?
Shohei Ohtani. I know that he's been bumped down. Okay.
Dustin, real quick, I do want to answer a question that we got in the chat that we skipped over. Chandler asked, why can't he find total rounds on PrizePicks? When it comes to total rounds for PrizePicks, you're looking at round time, and it's actually in minutes. So make sure you know that when you're entering over on PrizePicks. So it will display on the optimizer as total rounds, but it's based off of actual fight time minutes. So I just wanted to make sure that is out there for anybody that was a little bit confused there on the total round / fight time for PrizePicks.
See that, TJ? 2 people in chat just said I got Ohtani at 11.5 this morning. Sometimes these people, they just get the better lines than we can sometimes.
Well, I suck, so I don't know what to tell you guys.
Good for them though. I'm happy. I'm happy for you guys.
I love that. That's
when it. Go ahead.
You get it at 11.5. It's down to 9.5 right now. I mean, that's fantastic value. It really is. So good for you guys that got it at 11.5.
Tweet
when
it.
When he finishes at 11 and I lose with my 10.5, I'm gonna be sad.
I was just about to tell them to tweet at you their winning slip if he lands at 11. But yeah,
Jack, you
basically did that.
Yeah, Jack, you could middle. I mean, there's really nothing stopping you, right? If you take his over 9.5 now, he finishes at 10 or 11, you hit both. A little bit more risky, I feel like, on the same app, but you definitely can.
It's also still favoriting the under a little bit. So
yeah, that's the other thing. Good point, Dustin. There's juice on the under slightly, so I'd probably wait. I probably would hold off on that. I would be happy with my 11.5 number and go from there.
Yeah, take that value, run with it. One of the MMA plays is gone on PrizePicks. Solid. So
That's
it looks
because
like
everybody in here just took it, and PrizePicks was like, "Oh shit, influx of money, have to adjust our line." Took it off, or they just adjusted it right then and there. You said it got removed though.
That's what they said. They said it's gone on PrizePicks. So
right, okay.
Yeah, it's, shit. The DGF gang, they're back, coming for these MMA props.
Those assholes, huh?
All right, let's finish build this slip. Ronald Acuna under 2. Ohtani, if you haven't played it, you can also see here right on the screen. You can take any of these other people if you did. Ohtani under 9.5. This has already been bumped down by 2 fantasy score. It just kind of goes to show that this stuff does work, guys. They are a little too aggressive, especially when these lines drop. And then we could add Natasha Heidemann over 8.5 points. Looks like 2 other DFS apps have this set to 9.5. So when you have 2 DFS apps, or let's say even 2 sportsbooks that have this set to a number as opposed to 1, it's probably safe to say that the outlier would be the sportsbook, this time being Underdog is off in comparison to the two that are in agreement. More data points, more books that have the same, the more you can trust it. So we're always looking for some book support when we're making these picks as well.
I like it. So, Dustin, I'm going to opt to use JP Sears over Ohtani, seeing as I already played it. So my slip's going to look a little bit different. I'm taking Acuna under 2 total bases, Natasha Hiedemann over 8.5 points, and then JP Sears over 26.5 fantasy score.
Perfect.
Bang, bang. Entered. Let's get it.
Looks like we have even another one to play here. We could play another one.
I'm in. Sign
And
me up.
actually, now that I'm looking at it, it's definitely Natisha.
What were
Not
we saying?
Natasha. It's definitely Natisha.
Yeah. Well, we're not really smart, so that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, well, there you go. You said it. All right. Let's go ahead. Build out another one. I mean, because we could still... actually, we'd have to use Sears. We'd have to use Sears or so again.
Yeah, I mean, you can build out another one. The other two...
Wait.
What?
Nope. Yeah, we'd have to use Sears again.
Yeah, so you have... I mean, if anybody just used Ohtani, you can go ahead and just use Sears, Jewel Lloyd, and Cody Bellinger. Directly below that is Ezzy Magbagor. The only thing I don't like about that is if you do opt to play those WNBA plays, I wouldn't play Jewel Lloyd and Ezzy Magbagor in the same slip because they're both over rebound and assist props, and they're on the same team. So that's negatively correlated. If it were Jewel Lloyd over points and Ezzy Magbagor over rebounds and assists, or vice versa, that would be positively correlated. But having both of their over rebounds and assists, I would not be playing that in the same slip.
Another thing you could also do is if you wanted to take the under of Ronald Acuna's fantasy score of 11.5, since we took his total bases.
Yeah, I like that. Let's do it.
Because he could get 2 total bases and still stay under this 11.5 fantasy score. Of course. So let's
kind of hedging our bets a little bit.
Yeah. So Ronald Acuna under 11.5 fantasy score. Then you could take Jewel Lloyd over 8 rebounds and assists. 3 books this time, or 3 DFS apps have this set to 8.5. So 0.5 off Underdog is here. So we'll take the over in that discrepancy, since it looks like Underdog is the one that is off here. And then Cody Bellinger under 10 fantasy score. Much like we've mentioned about Ronald Acuna and the other fantasy scores we've already talked about on this. Comparing those even lines to looks like we just have DraftKings on this particular one. They are too aggressive. So still 55% play there. Plus EV slip. So we got 3 of them out of that. Or sorry,
like
two slips out of it, I meant.
2 slips. Yeah, we're looking for 55% fair odds percent for each individual leg to remain profitable over on Underdog in these 3-man slips, which is obviously what we have with all 6 of those props. Split them up into 2 different 3-mans, and you go on your way, guys. You could throw a couple. You could obviously build out a 5-leg insured slip also. But yeah, those 3-man uninsured slips with the 6 times payout are a real good bang for your buck.
Bingo. I just refreshed PrizePicks, TJ. Nothing new over there. Moving on along. We're getting some lines over here on ParlayPlay that I like to see.
I've personally, and Dustin, I know you tweeted out that you've had a rough start to the month. I have been getting annihilated on ParlayPlay. It is the coldest stretch I've had over the last, I'd say, week to 10 days. Like I am just striking out left and right. So I hope that D-Bone can build out a D-Bone special on ParlayPlay to bring me back from the grave, because it's been a rough stretch for me on ParlayPlay. ParlayPlay was always the app that I would just pull up, get those discrepancies that I would miss on PrizePicks or Underdog, take advantage, and I feel like I was hitting at like a 50% clip. I'm getting rinsed. It's not a good feeling. I've never had this happen to me on ParlayPlay. I've had a consistent trajectory since I started playing on ParlayPlay. I'm getting destroyed, so I need a D-Bone special right here, right now.
Yeah, I want to go ahead and give that to you. Now,
he's thinking.
We'll see. A play just got removed. I was cooking, and then a play got removed for us.
I was.
A Play got removed. All right. Obviously, I mean, we kind of just played these unders over there on Underdog between Acuna, Otani, and I think we had Freeman in the one, right? Or was that
Right.
Bellinger maybe?
No Freddie. No Freddie.
No.
No.
Okay. So Freddie's available. Freddie's available.
Oh, perfect.
So then we can take Caleb McBride over 15.5 points and rebounds. Looks like just directly compared to Sports Battle, it's off by 1. So we'll go ahead and take that here on ParlayPlay. Then Clark Schmidt, love this one. Got a bunch of books backing this up for us. Everyone's set to 4.5. ParlayPlay still too aggressive, so we'll take the under of 5. Getting that 0.5 discrepancy here on ParlayPlay. Then we'll get Freddie Freeman at 12 fantasy score. I know, especially opening up their lines here on ParlayPlay, they've been very, very aggressive on fantasy scores, especially for these top players here. Now we move on down to one of our wagons, TJ, Alyssa Thomas.
Yeah, she is. She's the gift that keeps on giving.
She sure is. And I know we played JP Sears over pitching outs. We can just come on down to Kelsey Plum, play the over of 4 assists. Looks like 2 books have her line set to 4.5. So another 0.5 discrepancy gives you some push potential as well. So we'll take in place Kelsey Plum. So that looks like it's going to be Caleb McBride over 15.5 points and rebounds. Clark Schmidt under 5 strikeouts. We got Freddie Freeman under 12 fantasy points. Alyssa Thomas over 10 rebounds. Kelsey Plum over 4 assists. Now, I have my slide the line available still, TJ.
Okay. I also do.
Where are we going with it? Where are we going with this? Are we going right there with Caleb McBride, making that a 2 difference?
Dustin, just full transparency again, my slip is going to look a little bit different. I already played Freddie Freeman under, and I maxed out his under 12 fantasy score. I played an all fantasy score slip. So I physically don't have the ability to play Freddie Freeman again, even if I wanted to.
Okay.
So my slip right now looks like Caleb McBride over 15.5. Clark Schmidt under 5 strikeouts. Alyssa Thomas over 10 rebounds. We just used JP Sears, so we skipped over it. Kelsey Plum over 4 assists, and then Enrique Ngumbwali over 4 assists. So that's what I'm looking at right now. Just so you're aware.
Okay.
In terms of the slide the line, I think we add it to one of those top plays. Obviously, we can't add it to anything less than 7. So in this case, for the slip that you have on your screen, it can be added to either Caleb McBride, Freddie Freeman, or Alyssa Thomas. So it needs to be on one of those. I think we add it to Caleb McBride. I think we make that play just that much better.
All right. Fine. Let's do it. I like it. Because we...
So and the line on ParlayPlay, $20 max. So everybody's aware.
And we're taking the over on that, so we're sliding it down to 15. So
she got bumped.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, Caleb McBride got bumped to 16 points and rebounds. So here's what I want you to do.
Let's take Enrique,
and then we're going to add it to Alyssa Thomas over rebounds.
Yep, let's do it. So take her out. Alyssa Thomas rebounds to 9.5. Enrique Ogunbowale, we are taking the over of 4 assists. So boom. And this is going to be in a 5-pick insured slip over on... Okay, Clark Schmidt. We missed out on the train there. Mr. Clark Schmidt has now been removed.
Boy.
We're going... We're moving like a couple snails.
ParlayPlay. Thanks for joining the stream. Thanks for tuning in.
It'd be nice if maybe they donated or something to us for once, you know?
Oh my god! All right, I have a workaround here. We're gonna bump JP Sears. Now we didn't actually take JP Sears, correct?
I thought we
take
did.
This over 15 outs? I don't think I did. I don't think we did.
I like where you're going with that. I like where you're going with it.
Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. Add in JP Sears over 17 pitch outs, put it down to 16.5.
Yep.
Add in Dewana Bonner if you still need another play under 6 rebounds, and we have Alyssa Thomas over 10 rebounds.
We don't need another one. We should be fine now. As far as my end, at least.
Alyssa Thomas bumped.
Alyssa Thomas bumped, huh?
Yep. So
to 10.5.
Yep. So guys,
I mean, I don't really. We might not get a slip off these.
So this is a very good example of how powerful the optimizer is. These plays obviously were sitting here while we were probably going through PrizePicks, going through Underdog. Maybe they weren't up there that entire time. But if you are constantly refreshing, if you have the ability to actually go through and build slips by yourself, you're seeing how much value you're actually securing in real time. Dustin and I just entered the slip. We were talking about each play. We had 5 plays collectively in a 5-man insured slip on ParlayPlay, 12 times return, which is why we love to build those 5-leg slips over on ParlayPlay. 3 of them got removed. If we were just going through and entering them, we would have been able to get those off, obviously, but we like to try and educate you guys while we're building out the slips. But yeah, we just got rinsed. I think we lost all the plays. I'm not even sure what the board looks like right now. It looks like JP Sears is still up. Kelsey Plum. Okay. So Dustin, we can take Bonner under and then still apply the half to JP Sears. Did I lose you?
Sorry, I'm muted. All right,
You muted yourself.
my son was crying. I was muting for the stream.
All right, so right now I have Kelsey Plum over 4 assists, Enrique over 4 assists, Dewana Bonner under 6 rebounds, JP Sears over 17 pitching outs, which I put down to 16.5. I personally need one more play, but why don't you guys get that locked in? Because you obviously also have Freddie Freeman under 12 fantasy score.
Yes, so I did lock that in. TJ, for you, I'm looking. You could.
I'm going to add Canyon. I'm just going to go right down that line.
All right, Big Dog Canyon.
Nice play. My guy Canyon. Here we go.
Off 0.5 compared to 2 other books. So
I want you to be trash.
Don't eat Canyon.
Don't eat Canyon. So that's it, guys. You want to be building out 5 and 6 leg insured slips over on ParlayPlay. Their payouts are bananas. Like I mentioned, they have a 12 times payout if you go 5 for 5, opposed to PrizePicks and Underdog, where you only get a 10 times payout if you go 5 for 5 on their 5-leg insured slips. So if you guys aren't on ParlayPlay yet, you can use code DGF, 100% match up to your first $100 deposit. If it's legal in your state, I've had a field day with them over the last 6 months. These last 10 days, I've been giving some back to them. They've been kicking my ass, but we'll get it right. We'll right the ship. Just keep plugging, playing those 5 and 6 legs. It only takes 1 slip to hit, and you're right back in it. So, yeah, definitely that's what you guys should be fixating on, the 5 and 6 leg insured slips on ParlayPlay.
We just need one, baby. We just need one.
Just need one. That's all. Just need one to get this train going.
Real quick, as I clicked on Sports Battle, looks like Sano said that Clark Schmidt is still at 5 on Sports Battle.
Okay.
So let's go ahead over there. We could build out something.
Oh,
we got quite a few plays. We could do something with this.
I gotta check something, Dustin, real quick. Give me a second.
Yes, sir. Dustin, your camera is dead. Oh man, I am just a snowflake, huh?
You're a puddle, dude.
Well, as you're checking something, I guess I'm gonna check my camera really fast. Sorry, guys.
Yeah. I don't know what Barstool is doing to have that line on JockMKT on Jose Caballero, but I don't actually know what's happening.
Jose Caballero. I did not see that.
Don't even bring up JockMKT right now. I gotta look at this.
All right. Well, all right. I think I'm back up, looking as good as ever here on the stream.
Oh my God. Yeah, you're good. Ooh, big sexy with glasses.
Hey. Why? Okay, there you go. We're good. All right, we're all set. We're all set. Sorry.
Nicholas said he hit a 7 leg slip on ParlayPlay using the Opto 375 payout. I love that, man. Congrats. That's a huge payday. You must have been so pumped to hit that. That
is nice. That is nice. I could use one of those. TJ.
Yeah, me too. I could use one right now. I mean, shit, everybody could, right?
Kid, I don't know anybody that would just say, nah, I don't want it. You know?
I'm all set on that. No, I don't think so. I'm good.
I'm good. Keep it.
You give me that.
Hey, double it and give it to the next person. All right, let's go. Double it and give it to the next person.
Oh my God.
See, TJ, you probably don't know about that. That's a TikTok trend. You know, you're too old for all that. All right.
I have no idea what you're talking about, and I prefer it that way.
Yeah, I know. You half the time don't know what I'm talking about. Ezzy Magbooger, under.
Did you just call her Ezzy Magbooger?
Hey, that's not a bad one we can start rolling with.
Oh,
When she sells, at least. That's what I'm going to start calling her. All right.
okay.
Ezzy
Is this on Sports
Magbagor,
Battle?
under 22 points and rebounds on
Ooh,
Sports Battle.
Yeah. Shit, yeah.
Yeah,
Guys,
there's
code
some.
DGF. 100% matchup to your first $100 deposit on Sports Battle. We're building out 5-leg uninsured slips. That's what we're doing over here. Go, Dustin.
5-leg uninsured. You heard the man. Under 22 points and rebounds. Looks like 2 books. PrizePicks Underdog. The big dogs in the space. I had it set to 21. So Sports Battle's off by 1 whole point rebound.
We gotta get these quick because they're all quote unquote hot picks. We gotta go.
All right. Then I'm just gonna tell you what to enter. And then Jordan Canada under 24.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Alyssa Thomas under 33.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Neka Agua Mike is how, but I believe it's actually Agua Mickey. Agua Mickey, yeah, I was going to say that. Under 31.5 points, rebounds, and assists. I think we skip Hayes. We're gonna go ahead and go down.
No. Time out. Skip Agua Mickey. Skip Hayes.
Yes,
go to Elizabeth Williams and Schmidt.
Yep, I totally agree. Elizabeth Williams. So get Agua Mickey and Hayes out of your slips. We're gonna go with the Williams. Elizabeth Williams under 8.5 points, and then Mr. Clark Schmidt, who we missed over there on ParlayPlay, under 5 strikeouts. Let me know when you get that in, TJ.
Yeah, I'll run through it again real quick. Just give me 2 seconds. Must have it. Schmidt is on scouts. Okay. So, guys, yeah, it's going to be Ezzy Magbagor under 22 points and rebounds, under 20.5 PRA. Alyssa Thomas under 33.5 PRA. It's going to be Elizabeth 8.5 points. It's going to be Clark Schmidt under 5 pitcher strikeouts.
You got it locked in?
You must choose both play type, defense or attack. And I didn't. Okay. I have to choose a slip. Got it. Yep.
All right. Perfect. So the reason what happened there in the middle of me saying that, which TJ actually caught, I caught myself on one of them, didn't realize the other. What we didn't want to do necessarily, and this is just another way for you guys to look at these plays and to try and get the best slips possible and not shoot yourself in the foot, right? Don't really want any negative correlation. We want positive correlation in the end. Sometimes we're entering plays in with 0 correlation, and that's fine. There's still plus EV. It's still a good slip. We're always looking for positive correlation if we can get that in and make it plus EV as well. But I had originally said Jordan Canada. I'm pointing to my screen like with my finger, like they can see me, TJ. Oh, man, that's embarrassing. We took Jordan Canada under points, rebounds, and assists on the Los Angeles Sparks. Then I also gave you Agua Mickey on the Sparks. And both points, rebounds, and assists. We don't want to take 2 unders on the same team for the same stats like that. And then I tried to do that again with Tiffany Hayes and Alyssa Thomas. Caught myself on that one. So we only took one of them. We took the top 2 that it was giving us on the optimizer. And then we just skipped those 2 that were on the same team, same stats type of thing, and took the next 2 best, Williams and Schmidt. So we did end up getting in Schmidt after all of that, although ParlayPlay was sniping us.
Yeah, ParlayPlay was sniping us. Dustin, you know I had that VLDN guy for CSGO under, and he was just ripping through the second map.
Yeah.
He hit the over on the second to last kill in the last round with a grenade.
Oh, with a grenade.
I got hooked.
Ooh.
You hate to see it.
Yeah, TJ. You need to start being nicer to the CSGO guys because I think that they know whenever you're betting on them. I think they heard about Box Boy situation and yeah.
Who is it?
Box Boy situation. When you tweeted at him because he was sitting behind the box all game, now he's just shared, hey, you see this guy put some money down on you, why don't you go ahead and sell the slip?
Yeah, Box Boy was an asshole.
Yeah, until he wasn't. Surprise, surprise, he ended up cashing. But
until he wasn't.
Yeah, until he wasn't.
Right.
I'm going to go ahead and peek back at PrizePicks, guys, real quick. I know that's what everybody's here for. Some Taco Tuesday plays, slips. We want them as well. PrizePicks, oftentimes, especially on Taco Tuesday, a little stingy with some lines here. We do have, I think this was actually up there a little bit ago, but that's a really, really good play that's popped up. Brittany Sykes over 3.5 assists for the Washington Mystics. Minus 138 juice from FanDuel. Solid play there. Looks like other than that, we got the same plays. But yeah, something did get removed. One of our plays did get removed from UFC.
A UFC play got removed?
Yeah, I just don't know which one it is off the top right now. But
not Tom Nolan. Victor Diaz and Kevin Borges.
Okay.
Over 10 fight time. So we'll see. We'll have to see what that gets re-added back at.
Right. Same value here on Underdog. I'm gonna go kind of back through real quick. Just to let me see that cup again. That was a nice cup.
What, this cup?
Yeah. Man, not bad. A little daily grind fuel there. Fill you up. What you got in there, Water?
Yeah.
This guy, he wants you to think he's so sophisticated with glasses and a coffee mug. You don't even need those glasses, and then there's water in the coffee mug. Like, that is crazy.
All right.
That is crazy.
The glasses serve a purpose. The glasses serve a purpose. They are blue light glasses. They help with my eyesight because I stare at a computer all day. So look, if you want to go at the coffee mug, you can, but don't you dare come at the blue light glasses. These things are saving my. You see how shitty my ears are? Imagine if my eyes were that bad.
I couldn't imagine. That would suck. I've seen the inside of your ear, and that thing is pretty disgusting. Yeah, you had eyes that look like that.
If chat wants to see, or if you guys all want to see it in here,
hold it up to the camera.
You guys don't want to see it.
Yeah, no. You really don't. You really don't. Drew Morgan just tweeted a 75% fight time play on PrizePicks. Yeah, we missed that one, I guess. Huh, TJ? Must have been up and gone real quick.
I'm not sure what Drew tweeted. I didn't see it. He just tweeted at me 10 minutes ago, but I don't see him tweet anything.
All right. Well, who knows what it was. Yeah, I need blue light glasses again, TJ. Mine broke. You know, I used to rock them too. But unfortunately mine broke, and now I have not gotten any more since. Are we good to check on the other one or no? Our other app here? Or let me go ahead.
Market, we can. I haven't said I have to is it still up there?
I have not looked. I clicked on Fliff real quick first, so I'll give you a sec.
Yeah, we can go over to Jock. There's nothing really on Jock Market right now. It's all even props.
Pitching outs.
Yeah, it's all pitching outs, earned runs, even props. Like, I do like that Eflin under 2 earned runs, but the pitching props can get definitely dicey. A lot of push potential, and I don't want a full slip with all push potential props. So we can definitely talk about Fliff. Guys, I will say though, Jock Market, the value that I've been seeing on Jock Market, I've been entering more and more slips on Jock Market throughout the day. It's been really, really solid day in and day out. It's becoming ParlayPlay-esque where there's value constantly. Yeah, there are some push potential props that you don't see on PrizePicks and Underdog, but if you don't have a slip full of push potential props, it can still definitely be profitable. If you guys haven't signed up for Jock Market yet, and it is legal in your state, you can use code DGF for 100% match up to your first $100 deposit. Yes, Jock Market you can only use on your phone right now, but again, I don't care if I'm entering it on a fucking flip phone if I have to, or through my television if I can get plus EV plays, when comparing sportsbook lines directly back to the app that we're playing on. So that doesn't matter. However you can enter it, make sure you get it entered. But yeah, Jock Market, really good play, really good plays throughout the day. But yeah, Fliff Dustin was wild this morning.
I have it up on the screen. I don't know if you see it on my screen there, TJ.
So Fliff, I hit a bunch of -4.5 alt lines, and I went back like 10 minutes later and checked, and they moved them in the wrong direction. So I double dipped on a couple, not all of them. I didn't want to get too crazy. But yeah, I mean, there was a lot more value earlier in the day than there is now. There's still a ton of good plays that are over 2+% EV. So you guys should be taking advantage of these if you guys are on Fliff. Yeah, a lot of them are long shots. But if you're managing your bankroll properly, like the discrepancies in that we're getting by just comparing the market directly back to Fliff is why you guys should be playing this. We're getting a huge bang for our buck on Fliff, opposed to some of these other sports books like Pinnacle, FanDuel, DraftKings. I mean, you see it right there on that top play, the under 8 total runs between the Marlins and the Reds. A market average of plus 187. You have DraftKings that has it at plus 185. You have BetMGM that currently has it at plus 190, but we're getting it on Fliff at plus 235. Like, there's no reason for Fliff to have that at 235. Yeah, it only has a 35% chance to hit, but comparing back to the market, we're getting almost a 3% edge by playing it on Fliff and not playing it on DraftKings or BetMGM. So take advantage of these Fliff lines, guys, while you can. They're very adjust them, and even when they do, they adjust them the wrong. So love Fliff. You can use DG Fantasy for 100% matchup to your first $100 deposit. But yeah, a lot of good plays. Dustin, there's also some WNBA plays that I just saw that I didn't see earlier. Dustin, did you mute again, or did I get disconnected?
Wow, no, I see them.
Okay. Yeah, those Chicago Sky plays, like, yeah, they're plus 370, they're plus 420. They're not the best in terms of percent odds to hit, but by simply comparing it back to the market, we have an edge on Fliff, because Fliff is just, they're not sharp with their lines. So I would definitely be taking advantage of at least those top two, Reds and Mariners. I play anything over 2% personally. That's just, my comfort zone. But yeah, I try to play as many of these as I can. I understand that some of them only have a 20% chance to hit, 30% chance to hit, whatever. But if I'm playing them over the long term and continuing to get this type of edge on Fliff, you're going to see yourself become profitable. It might not be that first day, might not be that first week, but if you're continuously playing these over time, you will be profitable just on this app, Fliff.
Yeah, I'm looking at some of these plays we locked in earlier, TJ. It's actually insane. I don't know if you can see my screen right now.
Yeah, I can slightly, yeah.
So I have up 3 plays I tweeted out earlier that I took. 5% edge on every single one of these. Plus 515 is what we got Chicago Cubs minus 4.5 at. It was at plus 340 and plus 335 on 2 other books. Plus 515. That currently on Fliff sits at plus 385.
Yeah, that's just
that's
now,
incredible.
Again, you have the understanding that play doesn't have a high percent chance to hit, but the value that you got by simply locking it in on Fliff, I mean, that's $1.30, on the dollar for value that you just got by simply playing that. I mean, that went from plus 515 to what? Plus 385.
Yeah. Insane.
Yeah. That's a ton of value that you secured. Yeah. Is it unlikely that it hits? Sure. Cause the percent odds to hit is low, but if it does hit, like, that bang for your buck you got by playing it on Fliff and not one of those other apps, being DraftKings or Stake, I think it was, or Betano, whatever it was that was also pulling that, is bananas.
Yeah, and just on how much we're putting down on these plays, it's very very minimal compared to when we're playing other plays that have higher percent odds to hit and such. So just to go ahead and show you guys some of that value that we secured, and we have no rhyme or reason why Fliff randomly flipped them in the wrong direction. Who knows? Maybe it was an error on their part. But yeah, any good first run inning props? There's one on PrizePicks. I believe it is still up there. I can go ahead and go to that. Yeah, so right now, still basically the same odds as it was before. The Cubs, Mets over 0.5 runs in the first inning. Solid play there. Minus 134 average odds across the books here. Just to answer that, but then TJ, you said there wasn't much on Jock, huh? Just most of these even props. Yeah, it looks like. Yeah. Yep. I mean, we've hit a lot, TJ. I'm not sure how long we've been alive.
Yeah, my ears, 54 minutes. My ear is pulsating.
So almost an hour. TJ is pulsating right now.
If Friday comes around and I get this thing taken out of my ear and it's still closed, I think at that point I legitimately just be like, can you guys just remove my right ear and just sew it up and just chalk it? for the rest of my life.
That
I
would
think I might be on that.
Yeah, I wouldn't blame you. Ear stuff is not fun ever. I actually have really bad ears myself, so I can understand the pain you're going through. It's tough.
Yeah.
But
all
feel
good.
better. Feel better. All right, chat people, DGF friends, family. Make sure you guys are using code DGF on all of these apps. If you want to use code Dustin on JockMarket or Sleeper, we also have that as well. Links to a 7-day free trial if you want to check out the optimizer. You guys see our streams, you see our videos, and you want to check it out. Make sure you're also checking out some of the YouTube content we've been putting out that explain exactly how you should be using the optimizer, plus EV betting. Just learn as much as you guys can about this process as you're diving into it, as you're getting to use the optimizer. And no better time than now to start getting used to it and really learn what we're doing here to be profitable than leading into the NFL season, because you're going to want to be familiar with our game whenever that comes up. So that's all I have to say. TJ, any last words? You probably didn't hear any of that.
Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. No, I did. We'll catch you guys tomorrow.
All right, bye.